Okay, I think I'm live. Gonna just give it a second to make sure everything's working. Good morning, good morning. For those that are watching the replay, please hang out for a bit. Good morning, Joy. Yeah, I just want to make sure that everything's working and that you can hear me and see me. Good morning, Shirley. Good morning, Angela. Hello, friends. If someone can just confirm that you can hear me, that would be fabulous. Good morning, Keisha. I'm going to sip my coffee. Good morning, Natalie. You can see me and hear me. Thank you, Shirley. You save me every time. You save me a lot of stress. Good morning, everybody. I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee and then we're going to get started. And I'll give you guys some updates. Good morning, Janice. Okay, thanks for everyone. Thanks everyone for confirming. I found my AirPods. Pretty excited. I was saying in my last live that I had no idea where they were, and I found them buried in the bottom of one of my purses. This is the story of our lives with not being at home right now because of our home renos, is like you spend way more time looking for things than you normally would. And not that we're the most organized. We do, even when we were living at home, struggled with finding things, but like it's next level now. So good morning, Linda from Texas. Good morning, Tammy. Hello, everyone. Okay, so let me introduce myself for those that are watching for the first time, or if you haven't watched for a long time and have forgotten who I am. I'm Zara Premji. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and creative coach from Markham, Ontario, Canada. I have been a demonstrator for over 9 years. They have been probably the best years of my life. Not only did I fall in love with the hobby of paper crafting and card making, but it kind of jump started a journey of connection with other people, of personal development, of growth, of trying things, taking risks. I've learned a lot about myself in the last 9 years. 9 years. One of the things that I've learned about myself is that I really, really love sharing stamping with others. And by that, I mean not just sending handmade cards, but also being able to teach others to paper craft or to show you some ideas or inspiration that may just get you going with your own paper crafting. I think that having a creative outlet and being able to send and receive cards is a real gift and a blessing. And so if I can play even a small part in that, then to me, I feel like it just helps me to fulfill what I believe to be part of my purpose. So I today am going to be showing you a really cute card. Actually, I wouldn't even say cute. I would say it's more pretty. It's kind of glamorous. And while I do call myself a very simple stamper, I would say this one is a little bit more elevated. It's got a few extra steps, but it's really pretty and it can be modified to make it much more simple than it is. I am going to be featuring a suite from the catalog, which I'll flip the screen in a moment. It's called Texture Chic, and this is in our new annual catalog. And I say new, but we have another catalog coming out next month, which is our holiday catalog. So then this one will not be so new. That'll be the newer one. I'll talk more a little bit about that. And for those that are joining me repeatedly, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming back and hanging out with me every morning. And some of you that have been following me for a while know, because I talk all the time about just what's going on in our lives. So we are undergoing a massive home renovation. We started our basement in February, I think February 8th to be exact. And that took about 6 or 7 weeks. And then we had like maybe 1 week of reprieve, but it wasn't really reprieve because we were starting to plan for the next phase of our renovation, which was the entire main floor and upstairs. So we are building a whole new kitchen. We knocked out a couple of walls. We're redoing our powder room, laundry room. All the flooring in the whole house has been changed. So the main floor and upstairs. We got a new coat of paint. And as of yesterday, they started our kitchen install. So we have cabinets. Now, they're not complete. And I mean, I was pretty impressed with how much they got done yesterday, but they're not functional in any way because we don't have shelves and they need to be cleaned and all of that. But lots of progress has happened. And they're kind of estimating maybe 7 to 10 days. There are some delays on some of the materials for our kitchen. but things are moving along, and I think we might be moving back in, or at least sleeping in the house a couple of nights this week, just so we can start kind of getting some tidying and organizing done. So I will share pictures. I know I keep saying I will, and I will. Somebody needs to remind me, but I am going to, yeah, hopefully be living in my new house, which is not a new house. It's a 25-year-old house, but we are going to be back home hopefully in about a week. So I'm seeing a comment that you can hear an echo. So um, is it like a really uncomfortable echo, or could it be because I'm in the basement and there's like a slight echo? So let me know. I hope you guys can hear me okay. And if not, I'm not even really sure what I would do, because when it comes to the sound, I'm a little lost. I don't know how to figure it out. But yes, there's a light at the end of the renovation tunnel. Oh my goodness, it's been so long. We've been living with my parents. And Linda, no, I was thinking about it just before I went live that I didn't post pictures of the wedding. So I am going to I have lots of updating to do. So I will post pictures of the wedding from 2 weeks ago, and I will post pictures of the home update. So be prepared to be bombarded a little bit. I apologize in advance. Do you guys want to see some crafting? Should we get crafting? So I am going to be creating a card using the Texture Chic Suite. Again, like I said, there's some different layers and just a few extra steps, but it's not a challenging card. If you have some tools, you can absolutely do this. So all you need is, of course, like the stamp set and the dies, and you need your cut and emboss machine, and you need some ink and paper and embellishments. So like literally you could make this card with what you have. And I always encourage people, like, even if you don't have the actual bundle that I'm using, hopefully the layout will inspire you. So this suite is on page 98 and 99, and it includes a gorgeous stamp set that I think what I love about this, it's called Season of Chic. It's so versatile. It'll take you through all 4 seasons of the year. So there are snowflakes, there are flowers, there are seashells. We've got these gorgeous leaves, and then there are some really nice background stamps and some really great sentiments. So there's a birthday one that says, wishing you the best birthday ever. We have a thank you. We have a thinking of you, love you, I'm here for you. You are amazing beyond measure, and you make each season of life even more beautiful. So you can see just from the stamp set that it lends itself really nicely to occasions all throughout the year. And then it's got this gorgeous designer series paper. It's a specialty paper, and it is called Texture Chic. And I'm gonna make one card, but I'm gonna show you 2 other projects at the end of the live. So stick around because you'll want to see these. I'm gonna show you a really quick and easy way to do a coordinating gift card holder, and then I'll show you another card that I made. So let's just take a look at this paper. You can see that I have cut into it. So let me see if I can find some full sheets. Hang on, hang on. Here we go, almost full sheets. Okay, so we've got this pattern here, which has some pool party, and it's got some pink. I think the color on the listed on the pack of paper is petal pink, but it does almost pull a little flirty flamingo for those that are familiar with Stampin' Up! Colors. So it does have a little bit more of an intensity to it. And my point in saying that is that it can coordinate with multiple shades in our Stampin' Up! Spectrum. There's also some of this orange here, which is Mango Melody. And then of course, you can see the beautiful gold shimmer. On the back, we have this really nice pattern or look to it. This one doesn't have any of the gold foil, but it has beautiful colors and texture. I think Texture Chic is like the perfect name for this paper. Like, it is super chic, and it does have gorgeous texture. Here's another one, again, more with the pink and the gold. And this is the back of this pattern. Good morning, Carol. And yes, the paper is so beautiful. It's stunning. Like you could just make a card with paper, and then you could put a stamp on some sort of a label and add an embellishment, and it would be beautiful. Here's another one here. And then this is the back. I will be using this pattern today, so you'll see it on my card. And then this beautiful evening evergreen, like, wouldn't that be so nice for Christmas time? Like, I just find this so rich and regal. And then we've got on the back, we've got these gorgeous snowflakes, which again, really nice for the winter and holiday season. So it's a double. And then we have this one, a lighter green. This is our soft succulent. And then on the back, we have this. I know the lighting isn't doing it justice, but like, honestly, this is just beautiful. Look at the detail in this paper here. And then that's it. Okay, this is my favorite. This should come as no shock to any of you because it's all pink and gold. So it's beautiful. The dots are stunning, and it has this sort of weather distressed look to it. I just love it. Good morning, Bernie. So this paper is absolutely a must-have, and I would suggest even getting 2 packs of it because once you get it and you start cutting it, which you should all be doing with your paper, you'll be like, oh my gosh, we need another pack. So I can't wait to see if any of you get it or if you already have it. Show me your creations. So that's the paper. And then what else did I want to show you? We have this is also part of the suite. This is called Distressed Gold. So it looks exactly as it's described. It is gold, and it does have a distressed look to it. So let me show you that. So we'll be using this on the card as well today. It's just stunning. It's all stunning. It's so pretty. Okay, so let's get started with the card. I think I have everything ready to go. So I think next weekend, hopefully, will be the first weekend that I am living in my house the night before my Facebook Live. Because what you might not know is we're living with my parents right now. They live 2 minutes away, so it's not far, but I still have to like get up, get ready and have breakfast and everything at my mom's, and of course make my coffee there, and then travel to my house and get set up here. So I think that hopefully next week I'll be waking up Sunday morning in this house, and then so hopefully we have everything sorted. If you don't want to see the card in advance, then look away because I'm going to show it to you. And I know some of you like that element of surprise. So 3, 2, 1, here's the card. I'm going to bring it up a little closer so you can see what I mean about how it's a little bit of a glammed up card, and it's got a few different textures and layers to it. Okay, so if you wanted to be surprised, you can now look. Good morning, Shirley. Yes, it's so, so gorgeous. So versatile, Arlene says. Yes, versatile is like the perfect word for this suite. So let me tell you what we are going to do. So one of the things that I love to do is to have my whole card base covered with a piece of designer series paper. So I'm taking a thick, basic white card base, and I'm going to take this pattern of paper here. So I'm not going to actually use the gold foil side. I'm going to use this one here. And then I'm just going to stick that down. So I've cut this to the same size as a card front. Okay. So it's a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 in Imperial. And so I'm just going to use my liquid glue along the edge here. Whoops. And I'm just trying to get kind of close to the edge, but don't want it oozing out the sides. And I'm just going to stick that down right here. Okay, so that is going to cover our card front. So I don't want any of the card base showing. Not that I don't like that look, but for this card, I just thought because there's already so many layers, I wanted to pull the eye closer to the middle versus kind of looking at the perimeter. So now I'm taking a smaller piece, and on this piece, I am using the side that has the gold foil. So this is the one that's sort of pink and gold, and I'm going to just take that and stick it down. I haven't shown you the stamp set and the dies yet. I'm going to do that next so you can see kind of how I have some of the pieces and parts of my card already cut. Okay, so here is the stamp set. It's called Season of Chic, as I mentioned. There are 17 stamps here. It's photopolymer, so it's clear all the way through, and you can just see some of the different images here. I've used a few of them, and then I have some on my blocks. And then the dies are, some of the dies will cut out the images in the set, and then others are just beautiful detailed dies. Again, just so much texture. I love this die here. I've used it. I've already cut out the piece for my card with this. And then again, you can layer on. So there are some more detailed dies that will fit over the outline dies, if that makes sense. So we're going to use those in a moment. I'm just going to start to kind of put some things together here. And I just realized I don't have a scrap piece of paper and I need to do some splatter. So we're going to have a little bit of, oh, wait, hold on. I'm sure I have some, oh, here we go. I'm just gonna grab some grid paper for when I do the splatter. Okay, so before we do that, I'm gonna take this piece here. So this I die cut in that distressed gold. So I wanted you to get a look at what that looks like with the die and when you use the distressed gold. You can also die cut this out of the designer series paper, or you can use cardstock, or you can use any of our rose gold foil or rose gold glimmer or gold glimmer. Like honestly, the sky is the limit. You could also watercolor some paper in any color that you want, and then use that to, and then die cut that. So I'm gonna just stick this down like that. And I'm gonna grab a clear block just to weight this down and get it to stick like that, okay? So while that's drying, let's do some splatter on the white. This is cut out using the Stylish Shapes dies. If I bring it close, you can see that there is a border that is dotted. And one of my new team members actually just shared with me that you can use the negative side as well. So what happens with the negative side is that the dots are just raised. Okay, so it almost looks like a beaded border, if that makes sense. So super cool, really versatile. She's offered to do a demonstration for our team on all of the different ways you can use the Stylish Shapes dies, which I'm super excited about. Okay, so to do the splatter, this is something I do frequently, and I love this. I love this technique. It's so simple, and I love simple and quick and easy. So you're just going to take the brush tip of either your Stampin' Write marker or a Stampin' Blend, and you're just going to flick it against the inside of the cap. I'm not using too much pressure. I don't want to ruin the brush tip, but I'm just flicking it to get the ink on here in a bit of a splatter look. Okay, so you can see it looks speckled. All right, so that's that. And then let's do some of our stamping and die cutting. I'm just going to put these aside. I feel like I'm missing, oh, there we go. Don't want to lose those pieces. So I'm going to use the flower stamp. I'm just going to pause and look at the comments to make sure. Oh, Joy's finishing Renos as well. Joy, come back for the replay so you can see the finished product. Good luck with your Renos. Thank you, Shirley. Janice is saying, I make the glue application so easy. I'd be covered and glued together myself. It's funny, Janice. I was thinking about you as I was using the liquid glue. So really light hand. And I think, trust me, I have had my share of messes with the liquid glue, but I still love it. And I find that for things like that, like I just had to stick down, it does definitely lend itself really well to that. So I am just stamping this in Petal Pink. And then I'm also going to stamp it in Flirty Flamingo. I might actually stamp it off because I don't want it too intense. My first card, the color is quite intense. There, I love that. Okay, that color is more my jam. Okay, so we've got that stamping done. And then I do want to stamp my sentiment, and I'm going to use Soft Succulent. And I'm going to just use the Love You stamp and just go in the bottom corner of my square. Okay, so we've just got that stamped like so. All our stamping is done. And we're going to now die cut the flowers. So I will show you how easy these are to die cut when you have the dies. You can also fussy cut them. Thank you for sharing, Shirley. I appreciate it. I always forget to mention this. If you do think you have friends and family that would enjoy watching this video or would like the inspiration for their own card making projects, then please go ahead and share the video. That is like the ultimate compliment to me. So I appreciate those of you that do share it. Okay, so I am going to bring up my cut and emboss machine. Now, I'm going to use my magnetic plate, but we need to have a little moment for the magnetic plate. So this is something that had come out a long time ago. It was a different, what's the word? It was different. the magnetic plate that came out before was different, and it was warping. So after continued use, people were finding that it was actually warping and changing shape. And so they actually took it off. They discontinued it. Stampin' Up, I will tell you, is really, really committed to quality control. And because it wasn't meeting standards, they actually took it off the market and discontinued it. And then I think they spent maybe 2 years trying to come up with a prototype that was much better and wouldn't warp. So they came out with the new magnetic platform, which I purchased right away. And I have to tell you, my experiences have been amazing. It is wonderful. It is an amazing tool. And I will continue to use mine. However, there are people that are having issues with it. And so sadly, Stampin' Up has decided to discontinue this one and continue working on it. So for those of you that have it, if you have purchased it in the last 45 days, which I think is, yeah, in the last 45 days, I think you can get a refund from Stampin' Up. I am going to continue to use it, but I have to just do it with that sort of caveat that it's not currently available for purchase. And my hack for getting the dies to stay in place when you don't have a magnetic platform is to use Post-it tape. I'll show you how to do that. So we'll do that for the second one, even though I'm still using the magnetic plate. So you would take your die and set it down over where you want it to cut. And then just take a piece of Post-it tape. This is available at any office supply store. I buy it from Amazon. But yeah, you can get it from Staples, probably Office Depot, any of those stores. Office Max, I think, is what they have in the States. So then you just take your clear plate, cover it, and you run it through. Whoops. And everything moves around. And then you're going to put this out of the way. I'm just leaving mine on the floor next to me. I still have to rejig my craft room setup. I'm not totally loving the way that everything is set up. I feel still a little cramped, so I'm kind of working on that. Okay, so now I'm going to take, this is a die cut from the dies, from the, what are we calling it? What are these dies called? Chic dies, okay? So now I'm taking this piece here and I'm just going to kind of, oh, look at that, first try. Whoops, wrong one. I'm trying to figure out where this will fit on this outline die. So I'm taking it. Okay, fighting with my die. And I'm gonna just, you gotta just kind of move it around to see where it fits. Okay, so now I'm gonna leave that there for a second. Don't move. And I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue. So Janice, I wish I could show you exactly how little glue I'm putting and how little pressure. Like I'm touching it and squeezing it ever so slightly. And so I'm not putting a lot of pressure on that glue bottle. And then I'm just going to stick it down and then use your clear block once you know that it's in position. And then we can start putting things together. So let's get those dimensionals. And I'm just going to stick this down. Oh. Yes, continue to use the Post-it tape. And I think they've got it almost right. So it'll happen soon. I'm confident about that. Okay, so I'm going to take this one here and I'm going to stick this down. Whoops. Onto this card here, just layering over the Flirty Flamingo, okay? And then I'll take a little bit more liquid glue just at the bottom of this leaf. And I'm just going to stick that there just to cover a little bit of that white space. So a little bit here. I'm not going to put any on the top because I don't want it to stick to my grid paper. Okay. How about that? How about that? Do we like that? Okay. So we're almost done. See, I told you this was not that hard of a card. I'm going to take some of this gorgeous soft polyester ribbon. It feels like suede and maybe a little like velvet. I don't know. It's just really, really soft. And for this, I'm going to take my Stamp and Seal. I love to do this. I just kind of put a couple of strips on the Stampin' Seal, sorry, a couple of strips of the Stampin' Seal over the back of the, hang on, what do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Okay, so we are going to just lay it down and we're going to make a Z formation or a Z, depending on where you live. If you're in the US, it's a Z. Why am I struggling with this today? Okay, hold on. I do this all the time. Okay, let me just cut that. I don't know why I'm making this more difficult than it needs to be. So we'll start like that, and then like that, and like that. That's good. I think that's good. That'll work. Just adjusting a little bit. I think I might be a little low on the screen. I apologize. And then just gonna stick that down with dimensionals. I'll show you what I did once it's down. And that just goes to show you that it doesn't matter whether you're brand new or you have been card making for like several years. You're still going to have these moments where you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? Why is this not working? But it's just paper and ribbon and you can redo it. Okay, let me add some embellishments. I'm using the brushed metallic adhesive back dots. And I'm going to put the gold ones. So I mean, there's lots of shimmer and shine on this card already, but I still want to add more. There we go. And that's the card. Okay, so super simple. Really, the layout is very easily duplicatable. In fact, the layout inspiration came from the catalog. And then I just adapted it to the card that I wanted to make. Now, I promised you that I was going to show you a quick and easy gift card holder. So don't go too far because this is going to blow your minds. So how long have I been going? I like to try and be done in half an hour and it's 10:27. And so, I mean, I might go over by a bit, but don't leave, stick around. And if you're watching the replay, please let me know in the comments that you're watching the replay. I always love to see who even catches this later. Okay, so gift card holder that coordinates. So let's say you wanted to give this to somebody for their birthday, and gift cards are wildly popular these days. And so I'm going to show you like the quickest, easiest hack called the mini pocket envelope. Bonjour, Julie. I'm so glad. I'm glad you like it. Oh, Debbie, you're so sweet. I love the compliments, but I mean, I think Debbie, you're a card maker, so you know, right? Everything that we make is beautiful, and whoever we give it to is going to love it. And I really do get a lot of my inspiration from the catalog. So if you're ever stuck, I think that's my best hack. My very, very best top hack for card making is go to the catalog, find a card you like, and then just mimic that layout or that color combo in whatever it is that you're designing with. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about these mini pocket envelope dies. Okay, so this is a set of 10 dies. It is new in our annual catalog and it is on page 172. Okay, now this is this is a die that doesn't actually coordinate with a stamp set. It's kind of a standalone. And I don't know about you, but I give out a ton of gift cards, especially to teachers at the end of the year. And so when I saw this die come out, it was the first thing that came to mind was like, oh, would that fit a gift card nicely? So let me tell you something else that I love about this die. You can get 4 out of 1 sheet of cardstock because this die, if you cut a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, you will be able to cut this whole thing on there. Okay, and it's pretty exact. And if you're finding like you're kind of off the edge, just angle it a little bit, and you can get 4 out of 1 sheet of cardstock. So I always think when you can kind of make your supplies go a longer way, it's always a bonus. So I've just put this down onto my cut and emboss platform. And Julie, you're going to love this. Do you have this yet for the gift card holders? Janice, I gotta show this comment. Look at this. I totally skipped past the Texture Chic Suite in the catalog, but I need to check it out after seeing your beautiful creation. You always just make me feel so good. Thank you. Okay, did you see? I just ran this through with one pass. And let me show you how easy it is to assemble. Like, honestly, I want to see some mind-blown emojis if this blew your mind. It's so good. Okay, where is my bone folder? Here we go. All right. So when you cut this out, you will have already the score lines that you need, which are going to show you where to fold. So really, it's just folding on here, and then this tab here, and this tab here. And Janice, you might not love me for this, but I am going to suggest liquid glue for this one. Or you could use tear and tape, but it's just a little narrow. The tabs are a little narrow for the tear and tape. So you're going to fold that, and you're going to fold that. The die is called the mini pocket envelope dies, and I believe it's on page 172, Shirley. Okay, so I'm taking liquid glue and just gonna go a really thin line on the edge. When you're using liquid glue, especially for something like this, press lighter than you think you need to press, okay? It's always easier to add a little bit more glue if you need, but hard to take it away. Okay, so then I'm just taking these tabs, folding them in, and because if you're using liquid glue, you have a little bit of time to kind of work with the glue. I think that's pretty good. Where's my block? Let me just stick that down there to add some weight. I am getting some on my fingers now. Just going to add some weight there. I'm not going to finish the whole decorating, but I will show you what I did. Now, because because we've packed everything away, I don't have any gift cards on me. We have like a little box that we keep all our gift cards in, so I can't show you the gift card, but this is what I created. Oh, that glare. There we go. So this says, wishing you the best birthday ever. I took a little piece of the designer series paper, the same one that I used for the card. And then I heat embossed in gold, which I know is hard to see, wishing you the best birthday ever. And I put that on an evergreen stylish circle. And then I die cut a couple of the leaves here from the chic dies. And then I just added some ribbon. Okay, so just a little piece of that same ribbon. And so if you were to give this to somebody like this, wouldn't that be such a nice gift to have a card that says love you and then a gift card in a little pocket like that? Okay, of course you can put the gift card right into the card like this, but so much nicer like that, right? And then you could also, if you wanted, just stick the gift card holder inside so that, they open it up and they have a surprise. And some of you are very creative, so you'll do some sort of fun pop-up thing with it, I'm sure, and you're going to teach me how to do that because I don't know. But that is really all it is, okay? So super simple. The gift card holder is like, it's just going to make your life so much easier, and then you'll be creating these Pinterest-worthy projects. And so this is the finished gift card holder, okay? So you can decorate it any which way you want, and it does have dies for, you can put like greetings on them. They've got a little tag die, there's a little leaf die, there's a little oval that has a border to it, and then there are these little loops and little tag openings and things. It's really quite brilliant. Okay, I promised you I would show you one more card, so let me show you the project. So we've got this card here, we've got the coordinating gift card holder, and then I'm going to show you a swap card that I had made for a group swap that I was in, and it looks like this. So this is a really simple card, friends. This is a really, really good duplicatable layout. I just took 2 strips of the Texture Chic Designer Series paper. I embossed this using the Fern 3D embossing folder, and then I heat embossed the sentiment in gold, and I used the distressed gold paper behind and added some linen thread. So here's just another card idea for you for this suite. So if you do decide to get it and hang on, I don't want that background anymore. If you do decide to get it, then definitely save this video or screenshot the pictures so that you can use them as inspiration for your cards. Let me see my notes if I forgot anything. Now, Everything that I have used today can be ordered from my online store. If you do wish to place an order, or if you would like help putting together an order or a bundle of product that suits your needs best, please get in touch with me. You can comment below or you can send me a message and I would be happy to help you. And if your wish list is getting anywhere near $100, please consider the starter kit. Um, it is just such an amazing deal. You get to choose $165 in product. You pay $135, no shipping and no tax in most provinces, and you'll get a discount on your future purchases, and you'll get to see the new holiday catalog literally now, and order from it literally now. So lots of amazing perks, and of course, it's a nice opportunity to make a little bit of money if you choose to, but there's never, it can be whatever you want it to be. So I want to thank you so much for, let me flip this now. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I will go back and look at the comments. I hope I didn't miss anything. I am seeing a lot of people saying, I'm definitely ordering this. Perfect for all the teenagers in my life that I give gift cards to. Yes, Natalie, same here. And so my daughter's going to a birthday party today. And so we're going to make him the boy's birthday that she's going to. He's probably not so into the pink and the glam, but I'm going to make him a little gift card holder to go with his card. So thank you so much, everybody. And Arlene, I'm sorry, not sorry that you have to go place another order. But I totally feel you because I keep seeing new things that I'm like, oh, I need that and I need that. So thanks, everybody. I hope you all have a fabulous day, a fabulous week ahead. If you don't see pictures from me of my house and the wedding in the next day or two, please somebody just nudge me, because it's more just a function of me having like 100 things on the go. So it's not that I don't want to, I just keep forgetting. So have a great day, everyone. Hello, Donna. Thanks for joining for the replay, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.